First customer so cute. You know, it was going to be a good day when you start making $20 tips before 8 a.m. It was amazing. It was so beautiful out there. There were some golfers.
You think golf is a quiet sport, a peaceful 4-hour walk in a meticulously curated park, interrupted only by the gentle thwack of a club striking a ball and the polite, muted clap of a few spectators in khaki. Well, you've been fed the highlight reel, the broadcast-friendly version, the part they meticulously package for television. But that's not the game, it's the advertisement.
And this is Felix, another maintenance friend, always trying to make out with me, but I stay swerving on it. This Canadian brother to me really well, and then these guys just tell me how much they love me, basically. Serving up some water.
The real sport, the one lived and breathed by the players, caddies, and the staff who spend 300 days a year on the road, is a sprawling, unscripted reality show. It's a world of inside jokes whispered on the tee box, high-stakes wagers settled on the practice green, and unexpected moments of chaos and camaraderie that never make the final cut. We've got the B-side. We're going behind the ropes to decode the secret language of the links, from the silent understanding between a player and his caddy to the cheerful diplomacy of the women driving the beverage cart. This is Golf Unplugged. Tales from the beverage cart.
And our drinks are really simple, just like two-step. Like, if they ask me to make a drink that they know darn well we don't got on the cart, I'd be giving them a strong side-eye. Because y'all know I'm not a real bartender. You okay? I'm around.
She's been hiding.
Good? Okay.
Before we even get to the pros, let's start with the unsung heroes of every golf course, the nexus of the social ecosystem, the beverage cart attendant. The casual observer, she's just a person bringing beer and snacks. To the seasoned golfer, she can be a therapist, a good luck charm, or the only friendly face they'll see after a soul-crushing triple bogey. Jennifer Friday, who operated a beverage cart at a high-end course in Las Vegas, has seen the entire spectrum of human emotion play out over 18 holes. In a town built on high rollers, the stakes are different. She's received tips ranging from a pocket full of change to an astonishing $1,000 from a grateful group. You have to be a bit of a chameleon, she explained in an interview. One minute you're chatting with a group of retirees who treat you like a granddaughter, and the next you're cracking jokes with a bachelor party.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are we doing?
How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking.
You look good.
It's all about reading the room and matching their energy.
What's your go-to drink on the golf course?
Go-to drink on the golf course? Probably a Diet Coke.
Wow, it's not an alcoholic beverage.
Oh.
Diet Coke's pretty.
Diet Coke, or honestly, it's like really brand heavy, but a transfusion. I actually enjoy them.
That's super on brand for you.
Mm-hmm.
They're good though. I'm a tequila and lemonade guy.
Oh, I love tequila lemonade. That sounds so good.
This role requires a unique skill set, the patience of a saint and the observational skills of a detective, and the wit of a seasonal bartender. Cart girls develop an almost supernatural ability to sense when a group is open for a laugh or when they need to be left alone in their misery. They know that the foursome of loud salesmen on a corporate outing needs quick, efficient service with a smile, while the couple on a quiet anniversary getaway appreciates a more gentle approach. They hear it all. They witness business deals being sealed with a handshake and a whiskey friendship being tested by a missed 2-foot putt and confessions that would normally be reserved for a therapist's couch. They are the keepers of 1,000 temporary secrets, from the golfers who lost their wedding rings in a water hazard while it was safely in his pocket, to the one who blames his slice on everything from sunspots to geopolitical instability. And the pickup lines, they've heard every single one. Are you on the menu? Do you have a map? I keep getting lost in your eyes. The key, as Friday noted, is to have a playbook of comebacks ready. A quick, disalarming laugh and a witty retort are the tools of the trade, turning a potentially awkward moment into a part of the fun. It's a performance in a way, and the stage is 150-acre stretch of grass, sand, and drama. The Looper's Loop, Caddy Confidential. If that cart girl is the social hub, the caddy is the ultimate insider, the keeper of the deepest secrets. They're the player's strategist, psychologist, pack mule, and, at times, their only friend inside the ropes. The relationship between a player and a caddy is one of the most unique and intense in all of sports, a bond forged in the crucible of pressure. Their conversations, often captured by on-course microphones, are a masterclass in communication. Take one of the most iconic moments in modern golf. Jordan Spieth at the 2017 Open Championship at Royal Birkdale. After a wildly errant tee shot on the 13th hole of the final round, his tournament was unraveling. He was in an unplayable lie, staring at a potential double bogey that would have handed the claret jug to Matt Kuchar. For over 20 minutes, the golf world watched as Spieth and his caddy, Michael Greller, debated the options. Greller, a former 6th grade math teacher who took a chance on a young phenom, was the calm in the storm. As Pete's mind raced, Greller brought him back to the present. His job wasn't just to calculate yardage, it was to manage a crisis. As they finally walked toward the green after taking a penalty, Greller, sensing his player's fragile mental state, did something legendary. He grabbed Spieth, looked him in the eye, and invoked a memory of a vacation with Michael Jordan, reminding him of his elite status. Then he delivered the line that would become immortal. Go get that. It was that simple, direct and powerful. Spieth saved bogey, then went on a tear, birdie, eagle, birdie, birdie to win the championship. It was a victory engineered as much as by the caddy's words as the player's talent. Or consider Jim Bones McKay. He was on Phil Mickelson's bag for 25 years. Bones was famous for his meticulous preparation, sometimes going to a course late at night to pour water on the practice green to simulate morning dew conditions.
Yelling out these random names at the tall, skinny guy in line, none of which were mine. Then he yelled out Bones because I was so thin. I turned around, brought him a knife and fork, and I was Bones for the rest of the trip. And a month later, everybody on the tour was.
He was also known for his veto power. If he felt strongly enough that Phil was about to make a catastrophic mistake, he could use his one veto for the tournament. In the final round of the 2013 Open Championship, Mickelson wanted to hit a driver on the treacherous 17th hole. Bones was adamant it was the wrong play. He talked Phil into hitting a 3-wood, a safe shot that sealed the victory. That level of trust is built over decades of shared experiences. Then there is Gino Bonelli, caddy for the affable Joel Dahman, who became a breakout star of the Netflix series Full Swing. Bonelli's hilarious and brutally honest social media presence provides a window into the life of a journeyman caddy. He showcases the grind, the budget, motels, the endless travel, the financial uncertainty with a self-depreciating humor that has endeared him to fans. His story isn't one of major championships, but of perseverance and friendship. He illustrates that for every superstar caddy like Greller or Bones, there are 100 others grinding it out, their love for the game outweighing the hardships of the road. When the pros let loose, pranks, personalities, and punchlines. While the pressure of professional golf is immense, it often creates a breeding ground for legendary humor and epic pranks. The players and caddies, trapped together for hours on end, have to find ways to break the tension. Nobody did this better than the great Lee Trevino. The Merry Mex was as famous for his one-liners as for his unorthodox but brilliant bolt striking.
I came from no plumbing, no electricity, battery radio. I came up in the era of no television. Very seldom we ever saw a newspaper. The only golf that I knew in my younger days was simply because there was a golf course next to this farmhouse that we lived at, called Glen Lakes Country Club in Dallas, Texas. And we saw people hitting a ball on the ground with a stick, and we took it up.
He constantly chattered with the gallery, his humor a weapon to keep himself relaxed. When asked about the pressure of a major, he quipped, "Pressure is playing for $10 when you don't have a dime in your pocket." Before the 18th hole playoff for the US 1971 US Open against the formidable Jack Nicklaus, Trevino reached into his bag on the first tee, pulled out a rubber snake, and tossed it at Nicklaus, who let out a startled yelp. The entire crowd erupted in laughter. Trevino's message was clear: this is a game and we're going to have fun. He went on to win. This tradition of pranks and camaraderie continues today, particularly among the European Ryder Cup teams. The trio of Rory McIlroy, Shane Lowry, and Tommy Fleetwood are famously close, and their practice rounds are often filled with witty banters and friendly wagers that are far more entertaining than the actual tournament play. They mock each other's shots, critique each other's fashion, and generally behave like any group of friends on a weekend golf trip. Except they happen to be some of the best players on the planet. And then there is David Ferdy, the former player from Northern Ireland turned commentator, is golf's poet laureate of irreverence. His books and television shows are filled with brutally honest and hilarious takes on the sport and its personalities. He once described Colin Montgomery's putting stroke as looking like he was trying to put a rabbit ferret in a sack. On his own struggles, he's been remarkably open, using humor to discuss his battles with depression and addiction, making him one of the most relatable and beloved figures in the game.
I've been depressed because of relationships, because of my golf game, because of something I may have done.
Well, see, that's a short-term depression is what you're talking about. The best way that I can describe clinical depression, in fact, I'm bipolar, is
Who
that...
isn't?
Well, I don't know. I may be tripolar. I couldn't watch the news. I was overwhelmed with sadness.
Ferdy represents the soul of the sport, the understanding that for all its frustration, it's a ridiculous and beautiful game that shouldn't be taken too seriously. The unscripted drama, fans, fauna, and viral fame. In the modern era, with a smartphone in every fan's pocket, the unscripted moments are more likely than ever to be captured and shared with the world, creating a new kind of golf folklore. One of the most viral golf videos in recent years didn't involve a major champion or a $1 million putt. It featured Georgia Ball, a certified PGA professional at a driving range. As she practiced, a man approached her and began offering unsolicited advice, trying to correct her flawless swing. The mansplainer, completely oblivious to the fact that he was lecturing an expert, became an internet sensation overnight. The video perfectly captured a shared experience for many female golfers and sparked a wider conversation, all while being side-splittingly funny.
What you're doing there, you shouldn't be doing that. You should be right through, swing, follow through. Not you're doing too slow on the way up and then back.
He keeps interrupting with unsolicited advice, cuts her off, then even takes credit for her swing. Yeah, thank you. Little did he know, Georgia Ball, great golf name, is...
The course itself often provides its own chaotic co-stars. Golf courses are, by nature, giant green spaces, and the local wildlife doesn't always respect the rules of the game. Alligators are a common hazard on Florida courses, sunning themselves on the banks of water hazards, completely unfazed by the nearby pros. At the 2023 Valspar Championship, a squirrel darted onto the green and began playfully battling around a player's golf ball, a moment of pure, unexpected joy. And yes, the seagull heist from the fictional story has its roots in reality. Birds are notorious opportunists on courses, known for sweeping everything from sandwiches out of carts to golf balls off the fairway, proving that even in the most controlled environment, nature always finds a way to introduce a little chaos. So there you have it. Golf isn't about just birdies and bogeys. It's about people, the silent nods, the inside jokes, the shared moments of triumph and despair. It's about Lee Trevino's rubber snake, Michael Greller's timely pep talk, and the anonymous beverage cart girl who can turn a bad round into a great memory with a cold drink and a warm smile. It's all about the laughter, the camaraderie, and the unsung heroes who make the game what it is. Smash that like button if you'll never look at a quiet golf broadcast the same way again. Drop a comment with the funniest thing you've ever seen happen during a round. And of course, for more stories from behind the velvet ropes of the greatest game on grass, subscribe for a hole in one.